extreme wind and rain today. I don't think it's gonna stop by the looks of it anyways. With that in mind, what's going on today? In terms of not stopping, war and stuff is still going around the world, and this one was kind of interesting where apparently the Hamas leader was taken out, and they were saying it was because with the help of drones, for example. It says a drone found Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. His DNA showed he hid with hostages. As it says here, almost 2 months before Israel's military accidentally located Hamas's leader with the help of a drone and then killed him, Yahya Sinwar had been hiding in southern Gaza with 6 Israeli hostages, one of them an American citizen. The bodies of the hostages were recovered by Israel's military in late August after they were executed by their captors in a near-miss rescue effort by the Israel Defense Forces. It has now set off protests and widespread rebuke of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The revelation, first reported by this week's Israel's Channel 12 broadcaster and confirmed to USA Today by a person familiar with the matter Friday, comes amid intense speculation over who might succeed Sinwar as the leader of Hamas. So they did show all these drone footages and stuff like that officially, and it looked like, at first I'm assuming it's something small anyways, it seems like it went inside a building where the person was. They say he was injured. And they also write in their post, since the beginning of this war that Sinwar started on October 7th, we said, our wars with Hamas, not the people of Gaza, we mean it. IDF spokesperson Ram Daniel Hagari on the elimination of Yahya Sinwar and our operational goals in Gaza. Okay, it makes me wonder, with that said, now that you took the guy out, does that mean, okay, everything is done, people are gonna stop? I don't think it will, correct? If anything, it might make the other side too more vengeful in terms of wanting to assassinate more of their, let's just say, people and all that, and vice versa. Who knows when it will end? It makes me wonder too, what exactly were they flying? Because again, I'm assuming it's something pretty small where it didn't seem like the person actually noticed it at first, so it must have been semi-quiet. Although with that thought of spy drones, this one doesn't look like it's trying to hide in any way. This one says, US firm reveals electric spy drone that flies 5 hours and fires guided bombs. AeroVironment has unveiled its new drone called P550 that can stay airborne up to 5 hours on a single charge to conduct reconnaissance missions and even drop bombs during strike missions. The drone was unveiled at the Association of the United States Army's annual meeting and exposition held in Washington. The company is aiming to enable the drone to get a spot in the US Army's long-range reconnaissance program. Yeah, I would imagine every company would want that because it means profit too, right? It says the drone is capable of taking off and landing vertically alongside carrying up to 15 pounds of bombs, cameras or sensors, and is aimed at improving the soldier's battlefield awareness at a substantially low cost. AeroVironment's P550 drone has dimensions of 17 feet by 9 feet. It is roughly 55 pounds by weight. An autonomous Group 2 eVTOL unmanned aircraft system, the P550 can be remotely piloted or fly autonomously depending on the need and requirements on the battlefield. The drone gives forces an adaptable autonomous UAS that quickly adapts to changing mission requirements in minutes. Always prepared for action in any environment, it offers advanced situational awareness and enhanced force protection, including targeting and strike capabilities. And they do emphasize, for example, that it is, I guess, compact per se in terms of ease of transportation, and as well, they say you can set it up in under 10 minutes once you get it out of the box and all that. What? Non-stop war, and again, companies profit for sure, huh? And I was reading this, which was kind of interesting, as apparently it dealt with wrestlers, and usually when I think of wrestling, you think of things like entertainment and all that, but apparently it's getting very political for some reason, as I know there's an election in the US. So how about this first one, where it starts out here saying, the Undertaker expected to interview Donald Trump on 6 Feet Under. So I guess this person now has, for example, a talk show that he just talks about, I guess, whatever he wishes since he is retired. It says the Undertaker is reportedly expected to interview Donald Trump soon on his 6 Feet Under podcast. According to Alex Incentant of Politico, Donald Trump is expected to do an interview with The Undertaker. This would be conducted for a 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway podcast this week. That's his real name. It says, with it being weeks away from the 2024 presidential election, it's not a surprise that Trump is out there looking to be interviewed by anyone willing to hear him speak. And with that, you have other wrestlers being really public. Apparently, I believe this was done in a talk show. And it says, I wrote this because it's what I always wanted to say about Trump pretending to be a tough guy. but we got the amazing Bautista to say it so much better. And it looked like a skit where he's making fun of Trump, saying he's not, I guess, a quote man like he is, I guess you could say. So you can see a bit of it here.
I mean, look how he drinks water. Like a little pink chickadee. He's got jugs, big ones, like Dolly Parton.
So again, the thing with this is it divides people so much. Usually for these types of entertainment mediums, it's very neutral per se. You don't get into like politics and all that. It's just people having fun because you know it's, I guess you could say, quote, it's scripted, like a movie, for example. You're there just to enjoy yourself. But as soon as you do this, holy, just read like the comments. Like for this guy, for example, people are now making fun of him on how he looks when he's, quote, off steroids. Like that's the accusation. I don't know if that's the case anyways, if he actually took any.
All right, everyone, November 5th, Election Mania. Choice is yours. You can go with President Trump, Kane, and the Undertaker, or you can take Kamala Harris, Dave Bautista, and Tim Walz. Choose wisely. The nation depends on it.
And another reason why I thought this was funny, actually, because when it comes to things like politics, people often joke it is like, let's just say, a WWE match, because you know there everything is scripted, it's pre-planned. For example, there's a good guy and a bad guy, you have people passionately cheering or booing the other guy, but at the end of the day, there's somebody like controlling it, for example, saying who do they want to make look good or bad, and it's that guy that's benefiting. So that's a joke how politics are. I mean, you can go for this guy or that guy, ultimately it's the same guy controlling it. That's the joke usually anyways, but yeah, it just makes you wonder, is it a good idea, I suppose, for people to get into all this stuff in this regards anyways, when people usually think it's just neutral and all that. Okay, the rain's not stopping today, huh? What to test for the archive? I guess one good thing, actually, I figured out exactly which hardware I wanted, and it looks like it's actually available too right now. So let's see if I can actually get all this stuff processed before this whole World War stuff breaks out potentially too, huh? All right, see you guys later.